Welcome to this episode of COPA-DATA's Engineer's Kitchen. Today we want to talk about design, screen design, GUI design. Italy is very famous for great design, great food, and excellent kitchen. Therefore, I've invited a special guest today, Giuseppe from Italy.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about good screen design? Why is it so important?
You said Italy is a great beauty country, and so let's say people is looking for beauty, and creativity is one of our, of course, competencies. Let's say, think about we have more than 500 type of wine with the registered designation of origin, for instance. But even on the mechanical engineer, we take in consideration the creativity. Especially in this time, according to Industry 4.0, ergonomics is an important part, not only because it's a trend, but let's say because it's a must.
Okay.
We have to think about that a machine that is in Industry 4.0 concept is more and more complex.
Right.
So ergonomics is a must in order to keep the interface simple.
Okay.
This is very important.
A question that comes to my mind is a typical HMI engineer the right engineer for making good screen design?
Good question. Frankly speaking, probably not, because engineers know very well how to implement a function, what function is requested for the machine, but what is missing is how to present the feature to the user in the right way in order to simplify the life of a user. So this is a different competence,
Sure.
and probably we need a different specific professional for this kind of activity.
What do you think, in your opinion, what should be considered when thinking about a good screen layout and good design? What is important?
Yeah, of course, it is important to start from the beginning. First topic, but I would say we have to think the complete engineering cycle according to ergonomics, because the machine must be developed according to ergonomics, and then of course the HMI. So from the beginning you have to define specific time for ergonomics activity, and another idea can be to use a specialized company in ergonomics. For instance, in COPA-DATA we have the TS team, our TS team, that provide this kind of service, or maybe some other companies, because you can find the company outside for that.
Giuseppe, do you have maybe an example for us for such a screen design?
Definitely, yes. We can see our demo. This is a concept, a new concept, created according to a customer request, a customer from Italy, of course. And this is an idea where the user has the flexibility to create its own user interface. So the idea is to have an empty desktop. In this case, we have 6 empty desktop, and we have some widget on the back. So, for instance, we can add some widget on my screen, and you see a multi-touch gesture here on the screen, for instance, and you can create your own screen as a user, not as an engineer. So the engineer provide the widget, and the user create the HMI.
His personal layout then.
Yeah, it's a personal layout. So each user have his own layout.
Very nice, Giuseppe. Can you give me some insights about the list we have here?
For instance, here you have another gesture in order to see the alarm, like in your mobile phone, you know, the bar you have on your Android or smartphone, you see. Or, for instance, another interesting feature is the Worldview. The Worldview feature, in this case, you can see again the multi-touch gesture with the possibility to have additional information when you zoom, and then you remove this information. And this is an interesting topic, because all the features we have here are part of the tool. So you don't need to program anything in order to
standard features.
Standard feature of Zeno, yes.
Excellent.
This is very nice in order to create beautiful user interface, beautiful HMI, starting from the standard tool.
Yeah. So everything we've seen here is really pure standard functionality without any additional artificial stuff.
Yes, yes.
Great. Very impressive demo, Giuseppe. Thanks a lot for that. But do you also have a kind of real-life project to show us?
Sure, because the demo we see is something we created according a request from our customer. I want to talk to you about our customer in Italy, Danieli Automation. Danieli Automation is a part of Danieli Group. It is a company, is a leading company in steel industry, metal industry, for providing automation for metal industry. And more than 10 years ago, they started a big study in cognitive engineering in order to understand how to reduce the operation controlling a steel shop floor. So the idea was to define something in the control room, but something in the instrumentation part and other different disciplines. Of course, we was involved 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, but more or less some years ago, in a new concept, in a new HMI concept that included the multi-touch technology. So, and this was a very interesting challenge. We got together with Danieli, and we had an interesting result, as you saw on the demo. Just to have an idea, in this picture, you see the previous status of a control room of a steel industry. So you see a lot of push button, a lot of lamps, several screens, and a lot of complexity, let's say, you know. So you can imagine an operator here, how complex it is to manage a system like that.
And error prone, yeah.
Of course, the training is not so easy for a new employee when come in this control room. So the idea was to create something new. So the study drive Danieli to a new concept, and this is the new concept. So you see at the end, no push button, a completely flat desktop with, of course, several information screens, and only the emergency push button.
It's the only one left.
Only these emergency push buttons, and then of course screens on the wall for KPI for the shop floor, the camera indication, of course, and they remove the physical push button and they substituted with the so-called operator assistant. So it's a sort of virtual assistant that drives the operator through the controlling the steel shop floor. So this is the concept, and this is the new control room is completely isolated from the noise, air conditioning, so the operator works in a very comfortable way, and they definitely use this operator assistant platform in order to control the system, the shop floor. Just to have a look to this operator assistant, this is the concept. You see the multi-touch application, the two-hand screen command in order to send in a safe way command to the machine. And of course, again here we have the concept with the widget and the empty screen, and you can fill the screen with your control according your needing. So this was a challenge we had some years ago, but now the Danieli customer are very happy for this concept because, you know, especially the young guys, they are used with the smartphones. So the gesture you have here are quite similar to smartphone, and for them it's very easy to learn.
Also the format already.
Yeah, not a fixed, HMI with the classical style, but something you can use as in your smartphone or in your iPad or something.
Great. Very, very impressive.
Yes.
Giuseppe, I'm Absolutely astonished what you've shown us today. As a small thank you, mate, I offer you one of our Engineers Kitchen's t-shirts.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining me today.
So let me offer you an interesting tool for user experience. This is a bottle of Valpolicella Ripasso from Verona. So maybe it can be useful for user experience.
I'm pretty sure. Thanks Giuseppe, and thanks for joining Engineers Kitchen. What a delicious episode of COPA-DATA's Engineers Kitchen. If you're still hungry, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.